Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Actors Area. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend, Thanksgiving holiday. You're ready and revved up to go here at this new week as we draw close to the end of the year. It's very exciting. It's exciting to look back on all the things we've learned, all the things we've accomplished, all the things we have in our arsenal to move forward and just make just an indelible impact on the life around us, the people around us, the people we come in contact with. It's really something special to think about. So with that being said, and I talk about impact, getting into the topic of today, why competition compromises our divine nature. So just to give you a little background on me, if you're unaware, you don't know, I participated in organized sports for over 20 years growing up in Louisiana. And it was some of the most exciting times of my life. But, and that's a big old but, I realized competition does something to you that gets you away from being the person you're supposed to be. When I say the person you're supposed to be, I mean the individual in your divine nature. The individual you're supposed to be, the individual who embodies the gifts that God has given him or her, that is. So that was the biggest problem that I had with competition. And although it felt exciting, it just didn't feel necessarily right. And it wasn't until, 10 or 12 years later, when I finally figured out it's not meant for human beings to compete. It's meant for us to create. When we are put in a position of compete or create, we should always choose create, because creation is a direct reflection, a direct correlation to the image of God, to the image of the universe. We're here to create and create and create some more. So it's important that we understand that as long as we're in that space of creating, we can succeed at being and doing our very best. Now, you may be at a point in your life where you beg to differ, and that's okay, because this is just my opinion. This is my podcast. You can agree with me or you can choose not to, and I'm totally fine with that. But what I want you to do is try to come from a place of knowing the only person you have to be better than is the person you were yesterday. The only person you have to compete with is the person you were last year. You only want to get better than you already are. And if you can do that, if you can really implement that process, you'll see that you won't have to compete. Your work will speak for itself. You know, one of the most mind-boggling examples of this is when I think about like different painters like Van Gogh and Picasso, and how it was never a case of them competing with anybody else. They would just get in their space, delve into their imagination and just go. And it turned out that they were so involved with the objective of creation that it blew the minds of everybody when they finished their final product. And so the same goes for us as actors in any profession. And that is, if we can dive into something knowing that we're just being the very best version of ourselves, and there's something that we can do that nobody else can do so well, we just dive into being who we are, embracing those God-given gifts, what will happen is we will be in a place to where we will continue to evolve to a higher level of not only consciousness and vibration, but a higher level of fulfillment. So you get all the great stuff without having to feel like you have to undercut somebody. So before I go on, I want to share a story with you, and I shared this on my blog this morning too, if you had a chance to read it. If not, go to uplifterentertainment.com, the blog section. You'll see it's called Create Not Compete, and I felt like this is an important subject because I always like to use the stuff that I've learned to teach because it helps me to learn it even more so. So, getting into this, I'm a big advocate of Facebook groups. Big advocate. I also have a group called On Higher Ground. Feel free to join that group if you'd like. I'm always welcome to take anybody in. There's really no stipulations whatsoever. Join. All I ask is that, you inspire the people that's there. So if you have something you want to share, you have something you want to post, go for it. Be my guest. I'm super happy to have that. But so getting back to it, I'm a big supporter of Facebook groups because I feel like that brings a group of people together to establish an energy that is out to help individuals, to be better, out to help individuals to greater themselves in their career and in their personal lives. So I stumble upon this group, which shall remain nameless because I don't want to call anybody out, but I think it's important for all of us to hear this. I stumbled upon this group. It's a group for actors, and it looks like a really, really cool group to join, just to network with different people and just to see where they are and to encourage them. And I love the message, so I joined. And I thought to myself, okay, what would be cool? Let me post one of the blogs that I have there. I'm not selling anything on any of my blogs. It's all information I'm giving. So it's not like I'm trying to promote or anything like that. My mistake was I didn't read the rules clearly when I joined. So anyway, I post my blog. I go take care of some stuff, and I come back and I have a message from the individual who is leading the group. And this individual tells me that there are no links, there are no promotions, there are no websites, there are no nothing allowed that could potentially give you business, basically is what she was saying. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, one, I'm not here to give any business. If somebody wants to work with me, that's their choice. And so be it. The universe will bring them to me perfectly fine. I'm just here to do what the page says it's going to do, is inspire others and help individuals to be on a greater level. And, so she responded to me, and I was kind of taken aback a bit. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Okay, I got it. It's totally fine. After giving it some thought, I realized, well, this is not really a group I want to be part of. The group I want to be part of is the one who lets everybody share everything, because they know that the universe is providing more than enough for everyone. We're not here to steal clients from each other. We're here to celebrate the clients that we all get. We're here to celebrate the success that we're all experiencing. That's more than enough available for us 100 million times over. Because that's the thing. That's the whole point. The universe is unlimited. The universe is in a place to where it can provide us with all that we need and then some. We just have to move up to that consciousness and that perspective to expect this on every level. So, with that being in the forefront of my mind, I removed myself from the group and I just thought about it. I'm like, when are we going to learn? And it's not everybody. And I applaud you guys that are on a level to where you know that you're unlimited, you're creating, you're not competing, and you're doing all the stuff that you need to do. I applaud you completely. But for those that don't understand, I'm like, when are we going to learn that it's that we are in an unlimited universe? We are in an infinite universe. We are in a place to where everybody could be billionaires, could be multi-billionaires if you want to do money. Everybody in the world, there are so many channels, so many different forms of media available now today. Everybody can act and be successful at acting and act well. Like, it's not about undercutting people or telling people they can't do this with their business. I found that so disturbing in a sense of I will never be in a place to allow somebody to not use a space or a reference to better themselves or better their business. Now, if it's something that I don't necessarily agree with, then okay, I might say something, I might have an issue with it. But if it's legitimate and it's not hurting anybody and it's helping them, I am more than happy to allow that to transpire. But what I want to encourage you with today after that story is don't think of it as competition. I know you hear about the grinding. I know you hear about you got to be the first in your class and you got to excel, but do that from the space of creating, of being godlike. Because here's what happens with competition. You get to a place of competition and you lose focus on your creation and you put the focus on the person you're in competition with. It always happens. Some people say, well, it never happens to me. But the truth of the matter is it always happens. It's human nature if you're going to fall into the trap of competition. Now, some competition is healthy, but at the same time, you just got to remember at the end of the day, you are here to create and create on a very, very high level. And if you can do that, if you can make that happen, then you will be in a space that will potentially evolve you to the degree of just experiencing success, experiencing fulfillment, experiencing everything you need in this lifetime. And so I want to encourage you to always come from that space, even no matter who or what is trying to drive you to being in competition. Business, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you guys go. Business is one of the biggest things that you see people feel like they have to be in competition. But look at it. That's why everybody's so stressed out. That's why everybody's feeling like I got to get ahead. I got to do this. I got to do this before they do it. It's constantly tit for tat opposed to just basically, okay, how are we going to be better as a business today? And you'll see the ones that do that succeed on such a higher level. And that's how you should go with your career. You should really put it out there in a sense of, I am going to do this like this. I am going to create. I'm just going to be my best. I'm going to let my work speak for itself. And then day after day, I'm going to see how can I be greater? How can I be better? How can I be better than I was the day before yesterday? What can I do to be in a better space? And it becomes something so exciting, so truly wonderful when you're able to come from a place such as this, that you begin to embody all those things you've wanted without competing against somebody else. So the moral of the story is creation, not complete. Creation is your divine nature, not competition. Okay? Stay in your lane with creation. Continue to focus on that, whatever it is that you're making. And I promise you, your career will take off. So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Visit my website at SeanGrantActing.com. Got a free 7-part series called The Actors Area, named after the podcast, there for you, and some other good stuff as well. And then also, if you want to check out my blog, it's uplifterentertainment.com in the blog section. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you. Look forward to seeing and talking to you soon. Thanks so much. Take care.